Red alerts were sounded across Israel's nuclear facility in Dimona, dubbed the Nuke City. Now, due to the sirens in the region, people have moved into shelters, and this comes as Iran continues its latest wave of missile attacks on Israeli territory amid the escalating conflict. Mr. Dwivedi, there is this another aspect to the war, the aspect of nuclear facilities. The war started with the objective of US and Israel, where they stated they want Iran to give up their enriched uranium and also give up their ambitions of having a nuclear warhead. Iran has obviously stated that they do not have one. There was some intelligence report that was also doing the rounds in the first few weeks of the war that Iran does not have a nuclear warhead. But when we are looking at civilian nuclear facilities, these facilities, sir, in Israel and also in Iran are being targeted. United States has claimed that they have obliterated these nuclear facilities which were present underground in Iran, but we are now seeing attacks in Israel, sir. So I want to understand the consequences, because when a nuclear facility being attacked comes into the question, the equation completely changes, sir.
Definitely. People have been talking about it. Experts have been mouthing their concerns about the nuclear perception or perspective to Operation Epic Fury and the Israeli operation, the Lion's Roar. I personally feel that certain incidents have already occurred in West Asia, which might be which might lead us to a point of concern and consternation as far as the reliability of the countries into destroying each other's nuclear installations are concerned. For example, if you go into the 1980s, we'll find two instances in West Asia itself, in Iraq. That is, the Osirak nuclear reactor was also blasted apart, and then there was this perfidy of an attack on Bushesher. So, there has been a history. There has been an antecedent that the countries have not been actually concerned about the disasters such as the ones which occurred in Chernobyl and the 3 Mile Island during the 80s and 90s, and countries might go on to the acme of proactivity in warring, as has been echoed by some of the observers. But I personally feel that Iran was doing something which was conducive for everybody. Because if it was in 2015, if we go back in time, then we find that Hassan Rouhani, who was the premier of Iran in 2015, and Mousavi, they were the people who were thinking about it, talking about it, and deciding about the nuclear perspective of Iran. And they had promised that there would be only a PNE, that is the peaceful use of nuclear resources, and no militarization, or no nuclear weapons are going to be made. But the concern of centrifuges came in even then, and much before that. That is, the uranium-236 isotope is enriched, and if the enrichment of that isotope goes up from 60% to 90%.
I apologize, Mr. Dwivedi, for interrupting you, but unfortunately, that's all the time